In the summer of 1914, the world stood on the edge of chaos. In Berlin, Germany's leaders faced a terrifying question. If war came, could they afford not to fight? What began as an assassination in the Balkans would soon drag the German Empire into a global conflict. But why did Germany choose to fight? This is the story of fear, power, and the mistakes that changed the world. Before 1914, Europe was a ticking time bomb. Germany was young. Just 43 years old, its factories roared, its navy expanded, and its army was the envy of Europe. But with power came fear and isolation. Germany saw enemies on every border, France in the west, Russia in the east, and Britain ruling the seas. To survive, Germany needed allies, but its only true friend was Austria-Hungary. The alliance system was supposed to protect peace. Instead, it turned Europe into a loaded gun, waiting for a single spark. June 28, 1914, Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to Austria-Hungary, was shot dead by a Serbian nationalist. Within days, the world began to unravel. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Before acting, it turned to Germany, and Germany promised unconditional support. Historians call it the blank check. It was meant to show strength, but it guaranteed disaster. Germany's leaders didn't just fear invasion, and they prepared for it. Their secret weapon? The Schlieffen Plan, a strategy for a two-front war. But there was a problem. The fastest way to France was through Belgium, neutral country protected by Britain. Invading it meant war with the British Empire. When German troops crossed the Belgian border on August 4, 1914, Britain declared war. Within days, the world was engulfed in conflict. Despite the danger, many Germans welcomed the war. They called it the spirit of 1914, a wave of unity, patriotism, and blind optimism. So why did Germany say yes to war instead of stepping back? There were 5 key reasons: fear of encirclement, loyalty to Austria-Hungary, national pride and militarism, imperial ambition, miscalculation. On August 1, 1914, Kaiser Wilhelm signed Germany's declaration of war on Russia. In that moment, the path was set. The empire believed it was defending its future, but it had just stepped into the darkest chapter in history. When the war began, German troops swept into Belgium and northern France. The Schlieffen Plan was in motion, but the world refused to move as predicted. By the winter of 1914, the quick victory Germany hoped for had vanished. The war turned into a nightmare of trenches, mud, and endless death. Back home, the German people began to feel the cost. Food shortages, British naval blockades, and loss of life changed the mood. The excitement of 1914 was gone, replaced by exhaustion. By 1918, the empire was collapsing. Millions were dead and the Allies were advancing. On November 9th, Kaiser Wilhelm II fled to exile and Germany became a republic. When the guns fell silent, Germany was blamed for starting it. The Treaty of Versailles forced it to accept full responsibility and pay a crushing price. Germany's path to war teaches one lesson. Nations rarely fall into disaster through hate alone. They stumble there, through fear, pride, and the illusion of control. Wars rarely start because people want them. They start because leaders believe they have no choice.